Namaste, Sitaram, a pleasant good morning. Welcome to Rudraaya. I am your host, Nisha Sharma, and Rudraaya is being brought to you with the kind compliments of Maharujadiv Mandir. And of course, our Mandir is located at 850 Tapscott Road, Unit 34 in Scarborough, with Tapscott and McNichol being our closest intersection. So here we are in the month of February. We've just said goodbye to the month of January. And of course, at Maharujadiv Mandir, this is the month of Lord Shiva and the celebration of Shivratri. So Maharujadiv Mandir cordially invites you to come and attend a three-night Shiv Puran that begins on February 19th, the 20th, and of course concludes with Shivratri celebrations on the 21st. So throughout the program today, I'm going to be giving you more information on that. For now, we'll join our spiritual leader, Pandit Ravi Sharma, for our pravachan. Enjoy.
But if you imagine and you remember, you put back yourself that when you were a youth, if you can remember so long, that we always had the inclination that we look at others and we would think perhaps that what will happen or what we would like to become. And so even as youths, we always hurry. We hurry to grow up. We hurry to acquire education. We are hurried to be able to drive. I don't know if we hurry to get married. But many of us, we hurry to get everything. And we aspire and we aspire and we aspire and we just want to get everything easy. Easy it is, better it is. Many of us. But then the final analysis, we have failed on how to arrive. And the question has been asked that where are we supposed to arrive? What is the destination? And so the question has been asked over and over by the sages and saints that what is our ultimate goal? Sure, you can say that our ultimate goal is to pass this exam, perhaps we'll get a better job. Our ultimate goal is to multiply X amount of funds that we have in our account. And when we reach that amount, still, we aspire for more. Whatever might be the case, there are many that when you ask them, well, they're just trying to make the best out of life. However life is, they're just making the best, trying to survive. When you ask them, they're not really too sure because they live on a day-to-day basis. And so we just live on a day-to-day basis. We're not worried or thinking of what the future is in store for us. Many of us, we plan, we pre-plan, and so forth. So it's indicated that many of us, we seek happiness from all the luxuries of the world. We live in a modern society that we also elevate ourselves. Even the mantra, from the ground, the hard ground, from maybe just a sheet upon the ground, it went up to a carpet, and from a carpet it went up to chairs. From the sound system which we had from those of you who remember the funnel mic, they used to make an announcement with it. And in those days we were happy just to have a microphone, even though it sounded like an old can. But the idea was that we had a microphone because it was a rare commodity. And now we have more state-of-the-art equipment. Suffice it to say, we all move. And so when we attain all of these novelties in life, our desire is from an older vehicle to buy a newer one, and perhaps from this newer one buy the newest model that they may be. Our goal is perhaps to aspire from a basement to a top floor, to a smaller house, and if it is possible, we acquire more. But when the novelty itself and all of these have been achieved, and all of these fades away now, hence the sages and saints indicate that where is the true happiness? Because now we have achieved all of this. So are we still happy? What are we yearning for? And so failure itself enters into our life at times. That's why our Shastras tells us that this goal of life for human beings, we are called as Manushya. Manushya itself means who is governed by the mind. And so we've been given this precious, this most unique form. But each and every one of us, we all have purpose in life. And so Sanatan Dharma. I remember our religion is called as Sanatan Dharma. Aptly, Hinduism. And so Sanatan Dharma or Hinduism teaches us that human being or a life is given as a gift to enable this Atma to reconnect with the Lord. The Shastras, they are called as a Praman. Praman itself means that there has been proof that has been recorded. So in every service that you do come, you should remember at least one or two words. We talk in English, but certain words are given also for you to remember. So, first of all, the word Shastra. Shastra is all of the texts. Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Puranas, Veda, all of them, all lumped together, they are called as Shastras. But Shastras itself comes from the word Shastra. Shastra means a weapon. And all of the deities, they carry weapons. Ganesh, he has the Parshu, he has the axe. Bhagwan Shivji, he has Trishul, the trident. Mata Amba, she has the Khadga, she has the sword. Bhagwan Narayan, he has the chakra, he has a discus. Bhagwan Rama, Rudraaya, what does Lord Rama have? Bow and arrow. So that's a weapon also, right? And Hanumanji, the Mugdar, mace. So all of these are called as Shastra. Shastra means weapon. And so from this word Shastra, we get the word Shastra. Shastra, we just said, is all of the scriptures put together. From this Shastra, it becomes Shastra. Shastra itself means that which we employ and we understand and we use weapons of the Lord to protect us. But we use the weapons of scriptures to enlighten us, to ward away the evil. So that's why we have such certain words. So Shastra Praman. Praman itself means the proof is only there in front of us. What is the proof of me telling you that Maharudradev Mandir exists on the 850 Tapscott Road, Unit 34?
Ganga mein nahi, Jamuna mein nahi, Mahelo mein nahi, Gutiyon mein nahi, Jaha yaad karo Bhagwan nahi, Jaha yaad karo Bhagwan nahi. जो नाम लेकर धन जोरे गोरी के लिए नाता तोरे जो नाम लेकर धन जोरे गोरी के लिए नाता तोरे सोने में नहीं चांदी में नहीं सोने में नहीं चांदी में नहीं हीरे में नहीं मोती में नहीं जहाँ याद करो भगवान नहीं जहाँ याद करो भगवान नहीं चुप गे फेरो मन की माला याद करो भगवान नहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान नहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान।
Sam Samunder, Extra Staffing Solutions. Sam and his team have been providing quality temporary staffing to various companies throughout the GTA since 2001. We have competitive rates, we take care of all your recruitment needs and payroll cost, and we provide transportation. Our friendly and knowledgeable recruiters are here to assist you, whether you are looking for permanent or temporary employees, for industrial or office needs. So call us now at 647-693-7745 or visit our website at www.extrastaffing.ca. My dear viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this morning's pravachan, and of course we are preparing here at Maharudraaya Mandir for our Shiv Puran that is going to be happening on February the 19th and the 20th. Now, the puja will begin at 6:30, and of course, Katha is at 7:30, and we will conclude at 8:30. So for the 19th, February 19th, and the 20th, we are going to begin during the period of 6:30 to 8:30 in the evening. And of course, on February 21st, which is the Friday, we will be celebrating in a grand style Shivratri that of course begins at 6 p.m. and goes all the way till the next morning. So please keep those dates in mind, and please do come out and join us for one of those sessions. We'll now join our own Dr. Sachin Ramkisoon for our health segment.
Sitaram, and welcome to Health Corner. I am Dr. Sachin Ramkisoon, and today is the second in our two-part series discussing how our religion and culture are key factors in our medical care. Last week we mentioned all the different aspects of how culture must be taken into account when offering medical treatment, and we discussed in more detail the role of our family unit and the community and its effect on our healthcare. Next, we discussed diet and healthcare. If you have ever been hospitalized, you may have noticed that there are limited options when it comes to meals. This is especially true when it comes to vegetarians. Recently, there has been an effort in Canadian hospitals to address the needs of vegetarians and provide meal options that conform to the various dietary restrictions that exist. If you do have dietary restrictions, this must be expressed at the beginning of your hospital admission. This is because meals are planned a day in advance, and so without advanced knowledge of your specific diet, a generic meal is sometimes all that is provided, which may not conform to your needs. It is estimated that 10% of the Canadian population identify themselves as vegetarian. This is an estimated 2.3 million people in Canada, which is up from just 900,000 or 2.7% in 2003. This impressive increase in the number of vegetarians in Canada means that healthcare facilities have to accommodate your needs. However, they must be made aware of it in advance. Next is the role of the doctor-patient relationship. In Western culture, there has been a shift in the decision-making process to be more of a shared care model. This means that both the physician and the patient make medical decisions together after a discussion. This is different from what our culture is typically used to, where the physician is seen as more of the decision maker and the patient goes along with what decision is suggested. An example is the discussion around when to start a major treatment like chemotherapy for cancer patients. After a lengthy and detailed discussion about the pros and cons of chemotherapy, the typical Western patient will indicate if they would like to start it or not. This is different from the typical Indian patient, where they are more likely to respond with, "Well, what do you think I should do?" This example highlights the difference that exists in the decision-making process and that it may be more physician-led as compared to the typical Western patient. This also relates to who is responsible for your health. With increasing patient autonomy comes an increased responsibility for your own health care. In our culture, we assume less responsibility for our own health. As a result, many of us have a very poor knowledge of our own medical history. Many of us are unable to list all of our medical history and medications and their doses. We have discussed this point in the past, where the creation of a personal health record allows us to take more control of our own health and ensure key information is available during an emergency situation. Our last is our belief on death and dying. One of the most important aspects of our culture and its impact on our healthcare is when it comes to end-of-life care. In past episodes, we have discussed how in our culture, we do not discuss death and end-of-life care. Just 15% of South Asians have an advance directive discussing end-of-life wishes, as compared to 40% of white Canadians. We need to start this discussion and have it written and expressed to our loved ones. An advance directive for end-of-life care allows our wishes to be honored and also takes the pressure off our loved ones to make a decision for us if we are incapacitated. I hope this series on how culture and religion may affect our medical care was useful and can start and stimulate some discussion around these issues. Thank you for joining me on Health Corner, and I look forward to speaking with you again next week on Rudraaya.
मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे, मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे, गिरधर की मुरलिया बाजे रे। गिरधर की मुरलिया बाजे रे, मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे। पग में घूंघट बांध के पग में घूंघट बांध के घूंघटा मुख पर तान के, नैनन में कजर लगा के रे, मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे। दौलत चम चम कामनी दौलत चम चम कामनी, चमकत जैसे दामनी, चंचल प्यारी छवि लागे रे, मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे, गिरधर के मुरलिया बाजे रे, मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे। ओ मृदंग बाजे तिरकिट तुम ताता, मृदंग बाजे तिरकिट तुम ताता, नचते तुम मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे, गिरधर की मुरलिया बाजे, मधुबन में राधिका। सरी सकारी मग पम दप नि सनी 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 दप मप दनी सनी सनी दप मप मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे, सा सा सनी दप मप दप गमरे सनी रे, सा सा गा प नि रे, मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे, मधुबन में राधिका।
Sam Samunder, Extra Staffing Solutions. Sam and his team have been providing quality temporary staffing to various companies throughout the GTA since 2001. We have competitive rates, we take care of all your recruitment needs and payroll cost, and we provide transportation. Our friendly and knowledgeable recruiters are here to assist you, whether you are looking for permanent or temporary employees, for industrial or office needs. So call us now at 647-693-7745 or visit our website at www.extrastaffing.ca. Hi there viewers, I hope you've enjoyed that very informative topic by Dr. Ramkisoon. We'll now get straight into a corporate segment by Kamalji from Lotus Funeral Home.
Sitaram and Namaste. My name is Kamal Bardwaj, and I'm the owner of Lotus Funeral and Cremation Center in Toronto and Kitchener Funeral Homes and Crematorium in Kitchener. This is part 2 of the cremation process. If you missed part 1, please visit the Munder website. Before cremation takes place, a body that has medical devices with batteries have to be removed. For example, a pacemaker connected to a heart. This is to prevent reaction during the cremation process, such as an explosion of a battery. The cremation chamber, referred to as a retort, is an industrial furnace that is large enough to hold one body. Fire-resistant bricks line the chamber and can withstand temperatures up to 2,000 degrees. Modern cremation furnaces follow according to strict environmental and air quality standards. Natural gas fuel the furnaces, and a computer program run the cremation. After incineration, the remains are cooled and metal left behind are removed by strong magnets. At Lotus Funeral and Cremation Center and at Kitchener Funeral Home and Crematorium, we operate 7 days a week and 24 hours a day. Our crematorium is located in our building, so we never have to leave in cold and bad weather for cremation. Our crematorium space can have a large group of people to attend the witnessing of the cremation. For Hindu families, we can provide all the puja items, including fresh leaves and a havan kund. We have large halls that accommodate 500 seating to smaller ones. We are centrally located for families in the west and families from the east. For more information, please contact me from the telephone number on the screen. Thank you for watching, and see you next week on Rudraaya. Sitaram.
Life is beautiful, but death is inevitable. I realized this when my dad passed away. So much pain, and amidst all this, the worry of arranging a funeral. Thankfully, in all this, Kamal stood by me. From the viewing to the cremation, he arranged it all at one location. Once someone is gone, they don't come back. But Lotus Funeral Home knows how to give them a respectable farewell.
Lotus Funeral Home. Life must be celebrated.
My dear viewers, we've come to the end of another segment of Rudraaya. I hope you've enjoyed today's segment. We want to remind you that Maharujadiv Mandir celebrates Shivratri through a Shiv Puran, a 3-session Shiv Puran that starts on February 19th, the 20th, and the 21st, 6:30 to 8:30 on the 19th and the 20th. And of course, for the Shivratri celebrations, we are going to commence at 6 o'clock on the 21st, straight up until the next morning. So please be sure to join us. We'd like to thank our kind sponsors at Maharujadiv Mandir, as well as our executive producer, Gari Khan, for making Rudraaya possible. And of course, I like to leave you with one of my famous quotes. And as the year begins and we go, searching for happiness, we have to always remember that true happiness lies when our thoughts, our words, and our actions are in harmony with each other. Only then will we enjoy true happiness. So until we meet again next week, have a blessed week. Namaste.
शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं हरि ओम्। हे पार्वती पति शिव जी की जय जय।
पार्वती पति शिव जी की जय
हे
जय।
पार्वती पति शिव जी की जय जय।
पार्वती पति शिव जी की जय जय।
भोले की जय जय शिव जी की जय जय। भोले की जय जय शिव जी की जय जय। भोले की जय जय शिव जी की जय जय।